absolutely nailed it. Now we just need to wait for the sound. Someone can comment, or I can just listen to this live stream over here. So episode 22, just 22, yo. Hell yes. Hell yes. I've been talking about NANANA too much that now I'm like episode 22 22s. So we need to end that over here, straight over to the charts. So yo, I wanted this stream to be a dedicated going through all the Tangang coins and just showing literally every chart, just rocket shipping. Since the whole idea of this stream series has always been showing green dildos, and there are no greater dildos than these Tangang charts at the moment. However, the DillyDAO grabbed me and was like, motherfucker, there are people who have been sending coins into the DAO and the charts have not been covered yet. So you need to, and I was like, I don't need to do shit, mofo. I do what I want. And they were like, okay, well then please, we're down on our knees begging you to please take this seriously and conform to the contractual agreement that we don't have, that we should have had, that we absolutely should have had, with dealing with such a renegade as yourself, such a wild card. And I was like, okay, I will show mercy. And so what we're actually doing right now is I'm not going to share this screen, but I am going to share a chart. Share. Tab. Yacht. Share. Did that work? Yes. Up and to the right. Okay, so this is not actually the chart that we're going to be looking at. We're also going to be widening this. We're going to be doing Q&A and charts. This was particularly juicy. The yacht. This was not me. The yacht token just went absolutely flying to the upside. I mean, like I was buying at some point through here, but these latest pumps were definitely not me. How I'm going to be choosing the coins to start off with today is we're going to go to this token list thing. We're going to get the DillyDAO's address somehow, some way. And then what we're going to do, I've got this cool beta thing that I've got shared with me. I'm not allowed to share it with the public yet, where you can literally, like, this is actually really cool. I've mentioned it before to you guys. You can literally punch in any address, exclude LPs, and you submit that address in, and then it shows all the tokens in that wallet with actual dollar values, which I've never seen anywhere else. This is loading in front of us right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through every token that this thing is showing me. It has more than $20 worth of value, whether we've done it before in the past or not. This is the stream where we're making sure that no man is left behind, no token left behind. And then from moving forward, hopefully the block scanner gets improved and it'll be easier to see like the differentials and shit, or maybe I'll make a spreadsheet or something, whatever, man, whatever, dude, see you on the boat, dude. So let's just get started straight away. I'm just going to pull this little guy and have him down here. Where do I want it? So up, maybe up here. No, down here. Yes. See you on the boat, dude. Can we scroll that up? One sec, just let me boomer this a little bit. Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah, that'll do. So at some point, I'm going to be also putting these live streams, dual streaming them to Twitter, where I imagine we will get much higher view accounts, because I have much higher follower count, and also people love staying engaged over on Twitter. But I thought for now, I just want to deliberately keep the channel small in terms of, so the comment section is like manageable in terms of answering questions and stuff. So this is is this the like secret pre-alpha group or something? I don't know. But let's scroll this. Right, $76 is wrapped ETH. Do we do wrapped ETH? I mean, it's just the ETH chart, right? In fact, I covered ETH on Crypto 7's stream that I did with him earlier. So if you want my opinions on ETH and the chart and stuff, you can see it there. $30 of USDL. Okay, there's no point doing that. $69 of Sand is Evil. Okay, let's fucking go. Contract address, and this has got this dope shit where I can just like one click copy the contract address. Let's fucking go. So I know nothing about this token. I don't know who launched it. All I know is that they understand the power of the DillyDAO. This is it here, 513. Sand is evil. So it's actually a number as the ticker, which is quite funny. I want to find a pair where it's against Pulse because I think it's really important that we factor in that the things that have been going sideways are actually going up relative to Pulse because Pulse has been getting absolutely crushed lately. Wow, there's actually a lot of volatility on this chart. So we're going to go to a 4-hour chart. Let's get it. So we've been covering this coin from all the way back over here. And it's had quite a fun path for those who like to get shaken out, because this would have looked like a pump and dump. And then it sort of like did some kind of inverse head and shoulders kind of shit. And then has just went pumping its dial off. And is it dead? No. Oh, and it's at all-time high. It's pretty much at all-time high in dollars, and I'm sure that if we flick that over to Pulse, that would mean it almost certainly has to be, yeah, wow. Okay, against Pulse, that thing's going for a run. Like, look, it's quite a low liquidity coin, but I don't mind playing around with coins that have got like, you know, a G. This is sort of like it's over $500, so it's closer to a G of liquidity than not. And so, yeah, I mean that chart just looks like it's going straight up. You could maybe draw like some kind of fucking parabola through here, something. What's next? So yeah, bullish, like as in bullish if you don't mind the risk of having a quite low liquidity coin. $21. Oh, so this one just sneaked in. $21 is Petius. Let's go. Copy the contract address, go in here. I think this chart looks good. I think from memory, let's take a look though. So against the dollar, it's had a bit of a pullback. Wow, that moving shit behind the thing is actually quite distracting. I have to work out how to turn that shit off. So this has had a pullback. I think so Petius is a route aggregator, like a swap aggregator that I use literally every day. And this is a pullback of 55%. Oh, 55.53. Number 3 has to just come in and fuck up the memetics. So $55 pullback. I'm pretty sure they were doing some other stuff, like they were doing some new thing. Some people in the Tang gang think that they sometimes do weird things with the aggregation paths. I haven't had time yet, but I am going to look into that. For the moment, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I had always 1,000,000% defended them, like hardcore defended them always against everyone in the Tang gang. I was 1v the Tang gang on defending Petius, being like, you mofos don't understand how the aggregation works. It's sometimes counterintuitive, this reason and this reason and this reason, which was all correct, by the way. Everything I said was correct, including like one of the big ones is because the Tang gang love using the 1% tier, it means that sometimes the path, when it's looking for the best path, it'll actually deliberately route around that shit to not pay 1%, right? Especially for the smaller trades. So I was always defending them. And then this weird thing happened with with one of the new coins. I had actually requested to the Petius devs to add a token to token pair, and we were noticing it hadn't been added, it hadn't been added, it hadn't been added. And then I went into, so that was by DM that I'd been making those requests. Then I went into their public chat and I was like, hey, can you check your DMs? There's a few really big tokens. These are token pairs, token to token pairs that had like hundreds of thousands of dollars of liquidity in them. So really important for their benefit to include it as well. And I was like, hey, can you add this? And they were like, we already did. And then we checked and it was fixed. And I was like, wait, what? So I don't know. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like there might've been some delay or something, but it was just, it seemed weird that when I asked publicly, it suddenly got fixed. And then they claimed that it had that it had already been done in the past. So I am going to be personally keeping it, because I am torn between using and loving this protocol and everyone in the Tang gang telling me that I'm wrong and that there's something weird going on. And so for my own sanity and for me to be able to properly take a side on this, not that we need to like take sides, but just for me to be presenting correct information to everyone, I am going to be keeping an extremely close eye on all of these pairs. And if anything gets like reverted or anything like that, where like suddenly a token to token pair that should be there was added and then gets removed, or any like just anything that confirms that something weird is going on, and vice versa. If I don't see that and I continue to see what I originally thought, that everything was like fully legit and roughly what I would expect within the bounds of what you can't necessarily know, then I will be vocal in either direction, right? So like either I will continue to fight on their behalf against the Tang Gang's opinion, or I will admit that I was wrong about that one component. So keep in mind, I was still right about everything that was in my list of why you sometimes see stuff that doesn't look like what you would expect. But then that doesn't, in isolate, that does not necessarily prove that nothing weird is going on. To see the difference? So anyway, let's move on. I'm still a fan. At this stage, I'm still a big fan. And I'm going to put the work in to get a more grounded opinion in, or to lean more to one direction or the other based on what I find. So let's look what's next. Oh, sorry. And as far as the TA goes, look, that's in a bull market this aggressive, any pullbacks this significant, you would have to consider a buying opportunity. Also, this actually happens to be, so this dotted orange line is the base SAC rate, I believe. That was the base SAC. So it's only now 55%. So it's not even a 2x. It's like a 1.5x. It's only 50% higher. Is that right? Sorry, 75% higher than what people got as their base SAC. So i.e., it's not too expensive. And it's also, so sacrifices are happy because they're up. New people coming to look at the asset are not going to be scared off by having pumped too much, even though that's not a real thing. It's just people think they're too late. And it's on a big pullback for a bull market. So, you know, and it's at a level that is significant, right? So this is a fib level. That was the 618. And also there was a cluster in there. There was a flag and a cluster that should actually be reasonable support. It actually has already supported the price once before. So see how that's already supported the price once before. So hopefully, you know, look, supports can hold up more than once, but every additional time it gets weaker. But a second test of the support should be fine. So I think that that's a reasonable level for someone to be considering, you know, and if I was to, you guys get the idea, right? So 75% up from base SAC, 55% down from all-time high at a significant level, both in fib and actual clustering of that where that little stoppage was there, little timeout, little pause. Great, cool. What's next? There's a $30 one here. Have we already done that? Oh, that's USD. Okay. Right, so that was $21. Okay, $974 is Tangent Inu. So, so this is actually one of the coins I wanted to talk about anyway. This is a derivative meme that is in the yacht community. So this is one of the yacht. So also, by the way, actually, that's worth mentioning. The yacht community, specifically the BAO sub community, or the now people get weird about the term sub community, right? Now, some people are taking it as if it's like a derogatory term, like sub, like it's less than, it's right. So when I use the term, I don't mean that it is not as good as, or it's lesser than, or it's below. It's none of those things. It's just derivative memes, right? Like as in spawned from. So maybe we use like more of a family style structure where it's like the sun, but then I don't know. You guys figure it out. If you guys are weird about it, not you guys, but other people in and out of the Tangang think that sub is like a problem, that like sub community is possibly because, and then they're actually not down with the like little brother idea either. Okay, so but the point is, within the yacht community, there's a ticker called BAO. There's a community surrounding that called the BAO community, and they are fucking cooking. They are cooking, yo. So I've got, I'm excited about the yacht community in general, right? So this one here, Tangent All Up Inu. So it's an Inu. Inu is a meme in itself. The like Shiba Inu, Floki Inu, or whatever the fuck. I'm trying not to swear, so because it's YouTube, yo. Oh yeah, okay. So look, this might not be the full history. Let's try and find an older chart. 6 months. Oh, was that the one Oh, here we go. That's it. That's it, baby. Yo, this one's actually down. So that's quite rare. The DillyDAO has an LP on this coin. That's why it says LP up there in white. This coin is fucking grounded, yo. So we'll see what happens moving forward. There could be support here because it's like come basically all the way back to the starting price. Let's turn log on so we can just make sure we're not getting trickeried. I'm just making up so many words on this stream, bro. Let's fucking go. Whoops, swearing again. So yeah, okay. So since the last time that we looked at this coin, it actually has, interesting that the DillyDAO actually still has nearly $1,000 of this after that's only a 50% pullback. Oh, so this thing's basically been sideways the whole time. If that whole move, which looks like it basically, let's grab this from all-time high to the current price, or let's actually go from all-time high to the lowest to all-time low, excluding that initial wick, is only 76%. You know what? We need to do this the other way around. So one of the videos I'm thinking about doing, and you guys know I end up with a list of videos and I never do any of them. So this has only ever moved within a 4x range in price. So it's basically been sideways its entire life. That's cool. But one of the things I want to do is this one was most important because although not a single person has complained at all, not that I'm aware of, I'm not aware of any complaints at the DillyDAO or anything about people being like, oh, I sent a coin into the DillyDAO and it never got charted. I've like not recently anyway, right? So based community, and it's and I think people know that there's no malicious intent, right? Like if a coin doesn't get covered, it's either because it got slipped between between the cracks, or that there's just like other stuff that has come up and distracted everyone or whatever, right? So what we're going to say about this. So yeah, forgot. Anyway, that's cool. That's cool. So what's next? So that's gone down in price. That's fine. It's all good. Reset the little cross and see what happens. I have a spreadsheet that I haven't released to the public yet that became ridiculously popular once Somi tweeted it out. We've talked about it on this channel before. And I've now taken, because the yacht community has like, I think 5 coins, including yacht. I didn't want that to, you know, be in the main Tangang table and be like dominating, you know, like 20 or 10 or 20% of the coins in the table. So I've actually made a separate yacht community table. And so we'll just see if maybe once that table brings awareness to the coins existing and give people an idea of like, oh, these are the coins that are in the yacht community, and like, wow, they're so cheap. Like, so, oh, that's right. I was talking about the tutorial I was going to do. I was going to do like a quick tutorial of basically how to look up and assess a coin using Dex Screener or InvestDex, right? And I think that should be a separate video, and I think it should be really quick and efficient, but basically just talking about how to look at these different things like cap and liquidity, and when you're searching for the coin, looking to see which one you even want to look at in terms of the pairs and what the differences are and that sort of thing. How to find like the oldest one, like so that you get the chart with the most history, how to find the chart that is the most relevant, the one with the most liquidity, and how Dex Screener ranks them, and how not to get confused and thrown off, and how to avoid buying scams and all that kind of shit in just one video that basically walks through what I have to do literally multiple times a day when I go and try and look up a coin, and you just get flooded with results, and you know, and most of them are just like either the wrong shit or not enough or not what you actually want to see. So I think that'll be pretty cool. What's next? This one here looks interesting. Duck. Whoever sent Duck in was either being extraordinarily generous, or they sent it in before it went on a mega moon run. Greg the Duck. Let's go, Greg the Duck. They basically sent in enough tokens for it to be covered literally every stream till the end of time. So let's go, Greg the Duck. Oh, and other people, by the way, other people have been, even though sometimes the amount doesn't look that huge in dollars, there's some that have sent in like literally mega amounts of the supply, like between 1 and 10%, sometimes above 10% of the supply, which is absolutely nuts. Absolutely crazy. And in general, they would have seen that the DillyDAO very rarely sells any coins, and if any of the coins are ever sold, from what I've seen, that PLS is then used to like put it into an LP and create an LP. Well, we never got heavy onto the idea of people just creating an LP and sending that to the DillyDAO rather than the DillyDAO selling some to make an LP. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? No guarantees of future work or whatever the fuck, right? So this is the Duck chart. I mean, it's been going down in dollar terms, but if you look at it on, so personally, if I was looking at this to see like how much it's come down, I would ignore this spike because that just looks like some like crazy anomaly, and I would actually go like this and say it's down 57%, so 60% pullback from the highs in a downtrend. But I'm sure that if we flick this over to PLS, and by the way, some of the other charts I probably should have done the same. Yeah, against PLS, it's back in a pretty aggressive uptrend on the 4-hour. Cool. Just out of interest, let's measure this. They've got a Twitter and everything, so it's obviously not a rug. It's been around for like a fuckload of time. This chart is like months old now. I mean, this goes all the way back to December 23, but I think there might even be charts, because that's a 9 mil chart. There are charts that go back even further than that. So, oh, and that's only that's 30%. So it's like, look, again, this chart looks drastic, but it's an exaggerated scale, right? Like this again, for cryptocurrencies, this is not like, oh my God, it's gone down so much, or like, oh my God, this is like whatever. That's largely sideways. So doing great. That's great. What's next? Those are all under 20, under 20, under 20. Oh, KAKADU. This is another, so this is another one that's in the yacht community, baller. I'm told that KAKADU is some Australian plum or some shit. I should know this because I'm from Australia, obviously. This particular coin, if you own it, whenever anyone else buys or sells it, you get yacht. So it's a reflection token. This one's cool. You know, I was politely asked when I created the Tangang spreadsheet, I was politely asked by the yacht community. They were like, hey man, like we noticed you didn't include yacht in the table. And I was like, yeah, and gave them the reason that I just said to you guys before about like, and then that's what kind of inspired me to do the separate table, because I do want to keep track of what's going on with the yacht community coins. But I don't want, since I'm the one running the spreadsheet at the moment, because it's my spreadsheet, and the yacht community like has my fucking name in the ticker, even though none of the coins are actually technically mine, people consider that I'm like an involved community member. I don't want it to look like there's like this heavy bias where I'm like, I'm just going to flood the fucking table, like the Tangang table, with all the fucking like coins that are in this community that have got my name on it, like Tangent Inu and yacht and shit like that. I mean, yacht definitely has to go in the main table. Obviously, it's like one of the core original Tangang coins launched by the gang. Was, you know, for a long time it was considered to be one of only 4 like fully official legitimate Tangang coins. It was NBC, like obviously HOA, NBC, Furu, and Yacht. I'm pretty sure they were the only 4 Tangang coins. By the way, Yacht has been pumping its dial off as well. So look, with these reflection tokens, you have to keep in mind that because mofos holding them are getting paid every time the price goes up and down, holders don't get as stressed about the price going up and down. They kind of want it. So even though at the moment it looks like it's at the bottom of quite a large ascending channel, which by the way is awesome anyway for anyone who wants to consider getting some, it's like, wait, we're at the bottom of a range that's going up. Dope. So, you know, some people, if you assume that this range is roughly correct, then this would actually be a dope time to consider getting a bag, but we don't provide any sort of like recommendations or encouragement to buy vaporous shit coins, which all of it is. And some people would say including Bitcoin. I exclude Bitcoin. It's all vapor except for Bitcoin. So yeah, if you like your vapor tasting like Australian plums, then maybe get some KAKADU. Or don't. I don't give a F. What was I doing over here? Oh, so I was just going to maybe grab a measurement tool over here. So hopefully I just want to know, like, what's this up? So that's like a 3.5x from like the lows to where it is now. And this whole range is like a 10x. So the sideways range that this one is in is larger in terms of its, but people love volatility. People love getting paid passive income. TA people like buying support, buying the lower ends of ranges, etc. So this is and for something that looks like it's just crashed from the top to the bottom, I think it's all good news. There's one in here called Orange. I always forget whether this one's legit or not, but I mean, it hasn't gone to 0, so it must, at least it's not a rug. So here's a 9mm V2 9mm pool. Not much price history. It's probably because it's not much volume, so you're not seeing much price history. That's okay. Look, some of these, let me actually do some research or whatever in, if the person who sent this in or the dev or whatever, or if anyone who knows, so ignore everything I just said about the list of people who, everyone, anyone who knows something about this coin, feel free to tag me in either the Yacht or Tangang telegrams and be like, yo, on your stream, you've got to remind me the context though. If you're like, it was launched by this person, then I'm going to read that message. It was and be like, what the F are you even talking about? You've got to give me the context because shit moves fast in crypto. So you got to be like, hey man, on your stream, you asked about the orange coin, the one that starts with the orange emoji. And I know a little something about that orange coin. Here it is. And then I will fact check you maybe, depending on who you are. So let's go to the next one is Buzzball. Because, and the reason for why that's worth doing. So Buzzball is nearly 180 bucks worth of this in the DillyDAO. So, the reason that's worth doing is because then I'm going to be more likely to actually be able to relay that message, right? It's not about whether I'm speaking about it positively or negatively, but I'm able to propagate the information through this channel and other methods, etc. So what's Buzzball? I want to see it with PLS. Here we go. By the way, any chart today that I haven't gone and looked at versus PLS, it will just look better against PLS because PLS is getting fucking destroyed at the moment. So let's delete all these initial tools over here. We've long left that shit. Here we go. It's gone up since the last time we looked at it. Yeah, it's grinding higher. We'll reset this little thing over here. How are we doing for time? Let's take a little break. Don't worry, I'll come back to this. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to shill Free Mint Friday, tell you why you might want to show up this time. Maybe for once in your life, actually show up. So, and we're also going to look at comments because sometimes that's a good check to see if there's any problems with like the audio and stuff like that. Yeah, unfortunately, the mic that I'm using, I can't, I'm using the webcam mic because my mic broke, like it started. So I can't turn it up. You'll have to turn your speakers up. If I'm not loud enough, like on 7 stream, people didn't have a problem with the volume level. So, or I mean, unless, let me actually just go and check. Let me actually just go and check the audio settings, see if it is maxed out. Advanced options. I'm going to turn off noise suppression because I don't have any background noise at the moment. So hopefully that helps, but there's no volume bar on this particular. Oh wait, here we go. Yeah, it doesn't have, that's the best I can do. Not going to bore people with too much fucking around, but yeah. So what's up, Tang? Fire and Brimstone. Yeah, so we've got this weird situation where some people are absolutely loving life at the moment, depending on what they're holding, and other people are like not happy with depending on what they're holding. And by the way, the broader crypto market all took like a big hit. Alts got wrecked. Like alts got really wrecked, really like giga wrecked. So Joshua, if this is the same Josh I'm thinking of, Danny's right. What Danny said in his space recently. Joshua makes dope memes, like really dope memes. Also, Danny didn't let me talk about price. So this whole stream is me raging against the censorship. The censorship that Danny imposed onto me, not letting me talk about price because HOA is actually approaching all-time high, even in dollar terms, let alone in PLS terms. That's already just absolutely. Oh, so I think this person's saying Randolph branch, that's a suggestion instead of sub, but it's like, I think branch sounds too much like fork. And it's like these communities within the yacht community, they're not really forks. They are their own community that has surrounded, or we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Thank you for the suggestion though, but we'll come up with something that's dope. It's actually kind of something that I've done with success in the past, is either coming up with the correct terms, or at least helping to propagate them when I hear ones that I like. So hyperbull is something that I came up with and have pushed to get people out of this, because without it, people were saying that we were still in a bear market. Like for the last year of people where we've been in a bull market, people were still saying we're in a bear market. So I was like, how about guys, I give you a new word that's hyperbull for the part that you're calling a bull market. You want the candles going, the prices going parabolic. You want the candles vertical. That's what you're calling a bull market. So if I give you hyperbull for that, then you can at least admit that start to use correctly identify that we've been in a bull market, right? So that was very much required. Yep, thanks for that. You just got another massive shout out from Somi. Another vid. That's like the third or fourth time that he has shouted me out. Incredible. Incredible. Look, I put this under real, recognize real. Not to pat myself on the back too heavily, but I think, and it's not even me, I think it's the Tang Gang, right? Like the Tang Gang and Somi have had this, like, they've recognized each other, and they've done the, like, real motherfucker, like, and so sorry for swearing, but sorry for swearing, YouTube gods. Please don't shadow ban I don't care about shadow banning, by the way. I just like to challenge myself every now and then, because we swear a lot when we're in the Twitter spaces and stuff. So you'll notice I don't swear in any of my tweets, and I try not to swear on YouTube. So thanks, man. Yes, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I think the hyperbull thing. I think Ivan on Tech even picked it up. Look, it's crazy how easy it is to, especially if something makes a lot of sense. It's the gossip protocol, right? Humans are designed, and this is why if there's a popular movie and there's something in there, then everyone all around the world, we go into Twitter spaces, and things that I thought were relatively unique to the way that we speak over here, or things from like high school, words that have come up, the whole world has, the internet just does that, like, immediate propagation worldwide if something is worthy of being adopted in terms of the lingo. What's cracking, folks? HOA flying, Hex on ETH currently 320x from all-time high. What? I hope not. So, check this out, right? We will, you know what? We will look at HOA. We will do that. And then we'll come back to, no, we'll finish Buzzball. Then we'll take a look at HOA. So that's enough of that. My Free Mint Friday shout out, very quickly. This is the ad break, right? Free Mint Friday, it's going to be in a few hours from now. So like 2 or 3 hours, something like that. It's going to be epic. There's going to be something for everyone. I think there's one of the free mints. You only have to have one HOA. So it's basically like, but the snapshot's already been taken, by the way. All the snapshots have been taken. I think there's one for NANANA holders, like NANANA holders. There's one for them. There's one for Milady holders, the Pulse Chain version of Milady's. I don't actually hold any. That'll be the first free mint that I miss in a really long time. There's one for like PEAR holders, I think, that Abit's doing. And then there's another one that's one HOA, and then there's just show up. It's going to be dope, right? So I was going to be hosting it, but Cookies offered to do it. And I know that people get hyped when Cookies host a space. So that's bad news for anyone who has Cookies has blocked, but typically he becomes a co-host anyway. So you were fucked anyway, right? Like you were dead in the water. So it doesn't actually matter whether he's host or co-host, you can't come in. So get your alts ready if you are a Cookies hater, or if you're currently blocked by Cookies, because otherwise you're going to miss the vibes, right? Let's look. So this is the Buzzball chart. it's basically at all-time highs. And if we go to pulse chain chart, it's going to be, yeah, wow. Oh wow, yeah. Look, against pulse chain, this one's got more liquidity than the other one I was talking about. This one's like nearly $1,000 of liquidity. It's like $750 worth of liquidity. It's forming a parabola. Look, most of the coins that we talk about on here would be considered degen, even the Tangang coins, right? So don't, and actually, you know what? No one has ever complained to me like, oh, you were talking about a coin with like under $1,000 of liquidity or whatever. I've never heard that complaint. So I don't even need to defend it, right? So I find that for myself, I often really enjoy going back to the don't ever forget where you came from, right? Is the vibe that sometimes it's fun to go and find a small cap degen play that you can lotto ticket that shit, right? And it doesn't always necessarily have to be, you don't necessarily always have to be investing at the scale that's like appropriate for your bag size, right? You can go back to the old school. So I like occasionally entering into the degen space. Actually, that's an understatement. I practically live there now. So check out HOA, right? Number 7 on the hot list. Oh, wow. We're actually above a resistance level. Oof, oof. Yo, I did not move these lines. Yo, I did not move these lines. Yo, I did not move these mother effing lines. Almost swore. Almost. Right. So on a daily chart, this thing just looks like it's just been going up, right? Because it has been. But check this out. On whatever time frame we were just on. Oh my God, this. Yeah. You said that TA doesn't work, Mum. You might have noticed my volume level just sort of like backed off a little bit because I'm focused. I don't want that heat right now. Okay. So look at these levels that I drew. Look at these levels that I drew. You can go and fact check me, mofos. These lines will have been in the exact same spot as before any of this price action occurred, right? Well before 19th of April, these lines would have been in place. Look at this. Broke out, found support on the level, moved up, but then broke down, but then came back through and found support on the level again. So retested for the second time. So fake breakdown. Retested for the second time, moved all the way up, and then again, big move up to near the level. So you know that that's not going to break out first try because it's like you're expending so much of your energy and momentum just getting up to the level. But then a couple of 4-hour periods later, bang, fisted, go, fisted, fist that level, right? Back, tested it, fake breakdown, a wick below, closed at the level, dilly mode. Dilly mode up and to the right. But do you want to see something really special? You want to see something really special? You orange loving mofos. You like oranges? You like the oranges? You like drinking orange juice, eating oranges and throwing oranges at people, making AI art about oranges? Yeah? You like that? Is that what you like doing? Is that like how you like spending your Sundays? Check this shit out. This is not even the thing I was about to show you. 26% away from all-time high in dollars. But what's this? We click this little button over here. Price chart straight off the top of the screen, bro. Let's just readjust this axis right here. 844 pulse. Look at these 4-hour candles once you put it against pulse, bro. I'm not even going to disrespect this chart by drawing lines, but I will draw this parabola. Nah, get rid of that. That's ridiculous. You don't like, I don't even need to use Heikenhashi candles on this bitch. But if I did, it would look like that. The fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That is epic, bro. That is epic. And by the way, Heikanashi says not slowing down. The Heikanashi chart says just getting started. Just getting started. Do you see any wicks on the bottom ends of these candles? No. Hell no. No. No, you don't. Until you do, say goodnight. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. I will tell you when to wake up. That's a lie. I'm not going to do that. I'm not your mother. I'm not your alarm clock. And I'm certainly not that annoying chick that won't let you sleep in. So, wow. Can we get back to some coins that don't just insta blow my mind? I've given up on the no swearing thing. This is too fucked. This is too fucked up for me to not swear. So block your ears, children. Where were we? We're on this token vibe. Oh, that's right. I actually made a special. I mean, we might even have to split this into two parts if this list, because I think this list could actually be too epic. The number of coins in the DillyDAO that are over $20 might actually be too much for any one man to stream at one time. Pussy meme. I mean, let's just keep going. How long have we been going for? I want to cap it at an hour, right? So let's just see how many we can get done. Pussycat. Meme. So there's the meme coin mafia is in there, and I heard Bullish give meme coin mafia a shout out just from them commenting. Wrong contract. I'm having to scroll here. Right. Hilarious. Meme. This is actually a favorite coin of mine, and I honestly did actually buy the dip. I honestly got this. I got this dip. I didn't buy it at the very, very bottom, but I was buying with reasonable aggression through this because I was like, the market cap down here was like maybe under 100. Let's just check. So the market cap at the moment for the entire supply is 148K, right? And down here, that was 80% lower, right? So this recovery has been epic. So coins that I bought down, let's just say like around, like maybe an average buy price of down here are already up like 3x, which is not crazy for a hyperbull, but it's better than nothing, right? It's better than a kick in the nuts or whatever the saying is. What was my point? Oh, the cap was like definitely. So 80% off 148. Let's just times 148 times 0.2. Like under 30, like 30 grand cap. So it's a shark position for $30. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, of course I'm going to ape this shit. That's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. It's a Tangang coin. It's a Tangang coin. It's they've got Chad devs. There was a FUD reason, like there was FUD surrounding it of why it went down so much. I was like, tick, ape. Like, as in, I don't even have check boxes for shit like this. As soon as I hear like 2 out of that list that I just said, plus there was other reasons as well, I was just like, ape hard. So, and in fact, I didn't even ape that hard all in one go. I actually averaged in. But anyway, I'm not here to flex my like amazing bottom buying. And by the way, this is actually something that's actually really important about when you're part of a community. And now it looks like I'm probably just going to smoke the rest of the time, and we might get to the meme. And then, you know what? Maybe we stop on this coin because this is an easy one for me to remember because it's a Tangang coin, and I'll remember myself like flexing on the gains and shit from the bottom. But what's important is, so I don't care whether you're a part of it. Well, I mean, I would like people to be part of the Tangang, but the point is, whatever community you decide to join, you have to pay attention, because so the reason why I was able to confidently ape the bottom of this, and I was already a holder anyway, but the point is, the reason I was like, I'm buying more now is because I was fully familiar with exactly what was going on surrounding it, right? I knew there was FUD. I knew I had been watching the chart previously. I knew about the team. I had been in contact with the team. You know, there was enough there that I was like, so that's alpha. Like that's something that you know by being a part of that community. And I'm not even talking about the Pussycat community. I'm talking about the Tang Gang that other people might not know. So then you have more confidence in your buys because you're like, okay, well, I think part of the reason why this is down so badly is actually not justified. And this is information that I know, but I don't think many other people know this. That's the definition of alpha. So take that lesson. And I know this is not huge gains, right? What did I say? It's like done a 4x or something from where I bought it. And by the way, I'm probably still down, like on net, maybe, I don't know, like because I had bought much higher as well, right? So I actually don't know whether I'm even, whether that getting that 4x on that bag has even got me like, and I don't care, right? Like it's hyperbole now. It's less relevant of there's less care now of whether people, it's like, oh, is my position in the green yet? Like who cares? So the point is so it's probably, you probably make more money in crypto being intimately involved with one community so that you know when you need to make moves than trying to like own like a bit of everything, right? It's still good to be to diversify your portfolio, but like, because I've always said I made the mistake in multiple previous Bitcoin cycles and previous crypto cycles of owning too many coins, and you just can't watch that many coins, and you own so much shit, you end up just round tripping so many bags, and you like you get to a point where as they start to go down in value, you're like, well, this is kind of like, relatively speaking, this isn't worth my time to like even sell this bag anymore, and then it just goes to zero. So you have limited mental real estate. You need to stay focused. So these are all reasons, and this is an additional reason why having the majority or a big chunk of your focus on one thing can be beneficial, right? So maybe your attention should kind of be diversified like your portfolio, where you have one thing, like, so say if your biggest bag is Bitcoin and you pay the most attention to that, and so you keep up to date with it and you know what's going on and you stay engaged with that community and that sort of thing, but then you also hold other things. So your portfolio, maybe that's a good way of looking at it, is like, look at your portfolio and you're like, do I split my attention up in a similar way to how my portfolio is structured? And if there's a big divergence between your portfolio and how you apply your attention, then maybe that is telling you something that, or maybe that's going to warn you like, oh shit, I might get wrecked on this stuff over here because I'm paying zero attention to it. And it's like quite a big part of my bag or something. I don't know. Just for, it's, I guess it's like another metric that you can assess yourself on. It's like, what's my attention portfolio and what's my financial portfolio? So that's that. I think we'll end it here. We've only got 5 more minutes before it gets to the hour, and I want to kind of like, I'm going to be at least somewhat involved in Free Mint Friday. I want to try and like I had a computer crash, and my notes on what I was going to release for the news this week for the Tang Gang were in some like unsaved fucking notepad, and I think I nuked it. So the news is going to be like whatever people tell me and whatever people remind me and whatever I can remember and that sort of thing. Or maybe I just fuck it off and not do it at all. But the point is, get it. If you ain't gonna get it, then you're gonna get it. Get in where you fit in, or whatever the saying is. Do we dare to look? Oh, there was one more comment I wanted to make. We spent several days where all of the Tangang coins were green, but some of them were double-digit green. So it was like literally every coin green, and then a majority of them on double digits greens. So like between 10 and 99% plus for the day. Multiple days like that. And then in the most recent day, it was like it leveled up where it was like everything was double-digit greens, but then like everything was at least double-digit greens, but then the majority of the coins were showing me like triple-digit greens. And it's just like, bro, hectic. Like, I don't have the watch list here, but it was like KAKADU was like 200 and something percent, and ACO was like pumping its absolute dial off. This is only showing 41%, but it was like, I think it was like 200% at the time. And as someone actually tweeted at me, because you know what? Let's go find the tweet. Let's go find the tweet. I know you guys can't see this, but let's go. So it was my Twitter. Oh yeah. So I said, I am going to be bull posting RH tickers like a madman, as I am fully convinced we are at a pain level that is far beyond the normal requirement of max pain, right? Now, you could argue that the term max pain means it's the maximum. So if you found more pain, then the maximum pain was obviously just higher than what you thought was going to be the max pain, right? Because by definition, it's the maximum amount. But you get what I mean by this comment. And someone was like, what pain? And they've posted KAKADU, pineapple, apple pen or whatever. So PPAP, KAKADU, honk, and bow. All just charts that are just like, where did that thing go? Where did, and LP providers are like, where did my bag go? Sorry, your entire bag just got bought off you. If you're an LP provider, your bag got snatched off you. You weren't fast enough. You weren't fast enough to pull your LP. You didn't secure a moon bag. And now I own your bag. Now I've got your bag. And now you're going to have to buy it back off me because I just put part of that bag into LP. How do you like me now? It's a tag team. That's it. That's it, players. That's it, players and player haters. I'm just going to find the outro video. We switch me off. We switch all of this stuff off.